So hello there good people on YouTube, Gabi here again. Today with the first part of this build series for the two guitars whose woods are the most expensive ones I've ever bought. So we've got this Ziricote Cutaway with a bevel, and here we have got this wonderful Grenadillo dreadnought that will get a bevel too, because in the future when I build for myself I always build with bevels. Some people hate them, and in the beginning I needed to get used to the looks of them as well, but they give you so much comfort and a better tone because the top can resonate a bit better. So for myself it will always be bevels. How I got here I will show you in this first part in a moment, but before that I'd like to remind you of the fact that there are only 2 days left in the raffle. So if you want to have a chance at winning one of the hand-built guitars that Chris Garland and I made, you can watch those in the other videos. Then these are the last 2 days. And in addition to that, there are a couple of people who have not yet told me what kind of guitar they want their lots to be for, or their tickets. So since you don't tell me, I don't know whether you just wanted to donate something for the piano. In that case, thank you very much. But if you donated in order to buy tickets, in this case, thank you very much too, but you will have to tell me for which guitar that is. And due to data protection, it's difficult to throw out the names. I wrote to all of the people here on my list that haven't told me yet, but I didn't get any response and failure deliveries from their emailing accounts. So I will give you the first names and the first letter of their family names. So if you are among them, please let me know for which guitar your donation is. The one is David Davenport H. Then somebody that has obviously not their real name, Camphor Blue. Then there's Randy V and Yannick H. So these 4 people have not told me yet for what guitar their tickets are. Please let me know, because if I don't know, I can't put your name in the box of lots, because if I pull your name and then it turns out you didn't even want a guitar in the first place, I have to do the whole raffle again. So please let me know which guitar it is. And now let's get started with the video how I got to this stage of building these guitars. In the meantime, don't forget to stay healthy, enjoy life, and don't forget to be a good person. Let's get started. Go without the blanket. Ta-da! Upsala. That's the front. Oh, hot, 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 hot. Hot, 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 hot. Oh, scheiße, hot, hot, hot. Wo ist mein Handschuh? Wo ist mein Handschuh? Mach's nicht so heiß. Ja, du kannst es da anfassen. Und da auch. So. Ula, ula. Ula, ula, ula. Ula. Bam. Okay. Ah, ja, komm, das wird doch nichts. Hier mit dem Kack. Scheiße. Ich soll hin oder nicht? Okay, maybe I do. Maybe I will. I'm not sure if I can though. Und das noch nicht drauf. Okay. Bam. I have to say, I kind of like that. So bending the first side went really well, and I went about it this way, that I soaked the Ziricote, which is about 2 mil thick. I soaked it in warm water for about 15 minutes, and then I put it in my steam box for another 25 minutes. And after taking it out, I put it in aluminium foil, sprayed it with more moisture, and then quickly tried to put it on the jig here, on my foam, added a heat blanket. That didn't go too well because I've never worked with it before, and it tended to slip down due to the weight of the thermostat here. So I clamped that cable to the table now, so that it won't slip away. But when I did the first side, I got the feeling that the Ziricote might even steam bend on its own without the help of a heat blanket, because the feel I got from the hot and steamed wood was similar features like when I take out a piece of walnut. So my thinking is that I might even give it a go without this heat blanket, try to clamp it on and try to go around the cutaway side here. And the feeling I got from the material is so good that I'm even trying, as you can see, to do my own cutaway form and not a Venetian cutaway. So if that works, it's fine, but if I feel that it's kind of fighting back when I try to go around this narrow edge here, or narrow curve actually, then I still might put on the heat blanket. So my plan is the following. I will take it out of my steam box, do the same as I did before with the first half, spray it again, wrap it in aluminium foil, and then put the aluminium foil on and try to bend it on its own. And if it doesn't work, I will put the preheated blanket on, add more heat, and then I slowly try to bend the cutaway with that. And I normally do it, I mean, I have not made so many cutaway guitars so far, only 3, but this gives me good reason to use my jig again. So I have this extra piece that I will clamp here, and then I will use 2 clamps here and slowly press it in the shape. If I do it by hand, I normally use this to bend down the cutaway and then apply the clamps, but I will see how that goes. I'm kind of positive that it won't break. But in German we say, man soll den Tag nicht vor dem Abend loben. Which means you have to wait until the end of the day before you call it a day and before you say, "Ooh, that really went well." So we will see how it works, but I'm positive that I can make it happen. Right now it's steaming and it's another quarter of an hour until I can do that. So looking forward and being scared of the next step at the same time. So we'll see how it goes in a moment. Got rid of the carpet first. This looks nice, come on. Keep going. Yes, yes, that's good, that's good. Man, that's so good. Perfect. So, the other way. Great. Very great. Nice, nice, nice. Marvelous. So no cracks or whatsoever. Now I will have to figure out how long this needs to be to go in here. Okay, this is the one thing. But I've got a little. So where my jig ended due to uneven pressure, let's say, I've got this little, I don't know if you can see this little bend here, but I'm relatively certain that won't make much of a problem. So I saw it off it and I try to put it in here and see where we go from there. Use that piece for something. these beautiful things. Okay, soft. Still a bit too long. It's a bit too long. I need to sew off more. But this really is kind of satisfying. Okay, so I normally prepare these blocks here, and with those it is like this, that I cut them to the angle I need for my neck angle, which is 2 degrees in this case, and then I glue on a board here so that I've got my fingerboard extension and it already comes at the right angle, as you can see here. So this will go in here now. I made these from some old drawers that I took, from my boss's office, and now I'm going to glue that on, and that will make my neck block for this Cutaway guitar. So let's get started with that. Oopsala. Oopsala, oopsala, oopsala. Maybe sometimes love just ain't enough. Sortly. I don't want it. Okay. Hula, hula, hula. Just to have somebody by my side on every night to say any way you want it. Also, let it go, please. That's the way you need it. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. I don't know if like somewhere, something in the middle, but how do I get there? So I'm really happy with how this turned out. Even though I have this narrow bend here, nothing cracked or nothing broke off. With the Ziricote, you've got a bit of, let me show you that. I've got a bit that came off here, exactly along the line of this figuring of the wood in the Grenadillo, but I will glue that in. I already tried it with wood glue and with super glue, but neither would work. So I'm clearing this out, and then I will simply use some epoxy glue for putting that back in so that it could cover this bit. But that's the only thing that kind of went wrong. I sealed the contact places of the different woods in the Ziricote, but not in the Grenadillo, because I hadn't thought of that. I had read that it was a problem with the Ziricote, but anyways. Okay, the next step would be to transfer my radius to the sides, and I do it like this, that I have this little, I call it a sled, or a sleigh actually, whatever. I just set it so that the edge of the block, of the top of the block, aligns with the tip of my pen, and I do the same for the other block, and this doesn't work out yet, so I have to raise this end a bit, and for that I'm simply using pieces of wood in different thicknesses, and I put them under my jig so that we get here. That was a bit too much, so I need to put in something thinner than that. So I'll take off, where's the other piece here? I'll just take off the cut-off pieces that I have that are a bit thinner. then this, and let's see how that works. So then I place the guitar shape as such that it's kind of on the middle line of my radius dish. So that looks quite good. And now if I move it and just right on the radius dish, it transfers the radius nicely to the sides of the guitar, and that was that. Later I will plane that down, and then I will start the tedious sanding process, which is one of the jobs that I like the least in building guitars. So, erste Runde so weit so gut. I have decided both guitars will get a bevel. This will be my first bevel for a dreadnought, so I have to think of something for the design. Yes, that worked. Now I'm going to saw as closely as I can to that line and then shape the other side. bevels.